Sorry, I'm paying a ticket. I got a fine for speeding. Yeah.
How much is a fine in Abu Dhabi?
195 AED.
That's
Sorry. They said pay it immediately. I don't want to go to jail.
Especially here.
Okay, we're good.
Dan, I think when people were expecting you to step in short notice, from 4 hours notice, your next fight would be something of a reward, and now people are looking at you getting this vicious contender as if you're somehow not being rewarded, but I imagine this is exactly what you want, right? The toughest fights to propel you up the rankings.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the perspective, but, I see this as a reward. I get to fight a guy above me in the rankings. Yes, he's undefeated. He's been tested against some, worthy contenders, but I don't know. It comes down to self-belief. I have belief in myself and in my team and the game plan that I believe we have the game plan to beat them. And, that's the beauty of the sport. Odds and all that aside, like anything can happen in MMA. So I'm going to look to go out there and be the first person to beat Lerone Murphy. And I truly believe I could do so.
I think sometimes in MMA, these wild things happen that sort of cement a guy in fans' mind. Since you took that fight on a few hours' notice, have you felt a new level of respect from the fans? You're always a fan favourite, but now do you think you'll be remembered forever as the guy who could step in on any moment's notice?
Definitely, to receive, the attention from the fans, the media, I definitely feel the love. Doesn't change anything about me. It is nice, it's nice to get that recognition. All my close friends and family know that about me, but now the whole world knows that about me, that I'm just, a gamer. This is my life. I dedicate my life to the sport and just my life as a martial artist, training day in, day out. It's a stay ready mentality. And when opportunity knocks, you got to be ready.
When you bumped into Volkanovski, was there a little bit of like, haha, I went in shorter notice than you?
Yeah, no, we joked about it. We talked about all the memes. That's why we took that picture. It was kind of cool, we did that little collab post. I respect Volk a lot, but yeah, we were talking about that. Just both of us having to fight each other, but none of us get any time or notice. We'll just randomly find out that we're fighting, and I don't know, it's all jokes.
They just call you on Saturday morning and say, hey, you two are up today?
Yeah, we're fighting. Hey, you guys are fighting. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Lerone Murphy, obviously incredibly athletic, explosive, great striker. When you look at him, where do you find success compared to his skills?
I believe we're pretty similar in a lot of ways as far as, our abilities to fight out of both stances. He's a little longer, a little more methodical with his movements and his feints. I definitely believe there's a pretty big power differential. I'm not going to go out there and, look to only land big power shots, but I think you'll see that difference in the fight, though, when I hit him versus when he hits me. It's going to be a great fight. I can't wait to go out there and test myself against a guy like Lerone. I have a huge, we're the same in age. A lot of people talk about him as this, young killer up-and-comer, but, we're both 33 years old. He's got six or seven fights in the UFC. This is my 18th fight in the UFC, and I fought nothing but high-level competition. So I think that'll play a fair part into the fight, just experience. I've gone 3 rounds. I've gone 5 rounds. I know not to let the moment get too big in my head. I know how to live in the moment, and I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great fight.
Hey, Dan. Dan, over here. One question from me. We had Max Holloway here, not this one, the one before. And I said to him, look, when we talk about the lineage of BMF, there's not much more BMF action than taking Lopez on 4 hours' notice during a massage. What do you think about the idea of Hawaiian v. Hawaiian for the BMF? And he said that would be a great fight, and he's up for it. What do you have to say to that?
That's crazy. That's what we do. We growing up in Hawaii, even friends, we fight each other. Growing up in school, that's just kind of how we solved our problems. I love Max. He's a great guy, but he's the blessed man forever. BMF, whatever you want to call it. I have nothing but respect for him. But if that comes on the table one day, you never know. Anything can happen.
Good luck this weekend, champ.
Thanks.
Down to your left. Should we expect another 50K this Saturday?
At least, man. At least 50K. I wanna go out there and do something great. I wanna raise the bar. Not saying they need to increase bonuses, but I think there should be a tier system to bonuses. You know, like a rear naked choke is like, okay, that's 50K. A sweet one punch walk off KO, maybe that's 75 or 100. I don't know. I'm gonna go out there and plan to do something great, and you guys all get to find out Saturday.
What is it, a flying knee?
Flying knee, that's a good one. Yeah, flying knee, that's a good 125.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Dan, you made a post this week on Instagram. You said, "Listen, man, when I'm having fun, that's when I'm at my best in the octagon." So realistically, like, what does having fun in the octagon look like for you this weekend?
Dude, dude, that was weird. I heard someone whisper like right behind me. I think having fun is all about being in the moment. You look at my last fight, like taking that fight on short notice. There was no time to think about it. I was having fun. I was in the moment, and that's when I'm truly at my best. You know, last time out here in Abu Dhabi, I literally locked myself in a hotel room. I didn't leave, and all I thought about was, you know, killing my opponent. And it was Calvin Cater, and he was out there riding jet skis, going to Formula One tracks, and I'm just like, look at this guy. He's not even serious. He's not focused on the fight. And you know, over time, you learn to just truly embrace these moments and create memories with your team, with your family, and you know, that's what this is all about. I truly just feel I'm in a really good spot mentally. You know, I know how to embrace the moment. I know how to. I try to separate myself from the outcome as much as possible. As bad as I want to win, that's not what it's all about. It's about going out there and proving to myself, you know, that I am one of the best and that I can be. I don't know. When you're not in the moment, you're not present. You're a little step behind. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I'm just gonna look to go out there and have some fun and shine and be my best.
And then I know Diego's kind of here as the backup for the main event, but has there ever been any thought in the back of your mind, like, man, if anything were to happen to Lerone, like, is that invitation out there to Diego?
I literally thought about that. You know, even when I was flying here on the plane, like, there was some news that Murphy fell out, but Diego's the backup fighter for the title fight. But I mean, yeah, he could also be the backup fighter for this fight. But you know, I have high hopes Murphy's going to make it. I've seen him around the hotel. He looks good. He looks healthy, and it's going to be a war.
Then over here, left to you. Hey, I want to ask you about the Ilya Topuria. I'm not asking you about the outcome of the fight because you're going to support your fellow Max Holloway, I'm pretty sure. But what do you think about Ilya, especially because, as far as I know, you were supposed to fight Ilya in 2022 at the end. At least that was the sources talking about in the social media. And what do you think about Ilya?
I mean, he's had a fast rise. I think he's really good. You know, he's a champ for a reason. I don't think there's any flukes. You know, people will say, well, you know, Volk fought too soon. No, he beat Volk, and he beat a lot of good guys on the way. He beat Emmett in a 5-round barn burner, and he's skilled, man. He could fight. He could take the fight anywhere, on the ground, on the feet, on the ground. He has one-punch knockout power. And he just seems to be just in tune of what he's doing, you know. I think him and I would make a great fight one day, you know. But, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Dan, over here, how are you? After UFC's rehearsal with Diego Lopez, Dana White said that he's ready to do anything for you. You respond that you want to fight at Noche UFC, so did you have any chance to fight in the Sphere? And are you disappointed that it didn't happen?
You know, I wasn't too caught up on that. There was some small talks that night. You know, I talked to Sean Shelby in the back, and it all came down to matchups, right? You know, being a Mexican Independence Day, they wanted to fill the card with Mexicans, so I had to find a Mexican opponent. I was ready to fight anyone. We asked for Yair. That was probably the biggest fight. But he wasn't ready until November, December, and then we asked for a couple other guys. I know I was scheduled to fight Chepe when my other opponent got hurt, and that just didn't work out, but it is what it is. We got Lerone Murphy, Abu Dhabi, huge card, UFC 308. It's stacked from top to bottom, and I'm on the main card, so no complaints.
Dan, right here. I know your drive to fight is pretty much unmatched, and you don't really need any extra motivation, but to see what Francis Ngannou did last weekend, your teammate, was that like an emotional or physical lift in any way for you?
Definitely, man. That was huge. That was a huge win, not only for him, but for me, my whole entire team, for Eric, and just, coming here, bringing great energy. We're all super excited. We're happy for him. We're happy for the team. And if anything, that just, it helped to add fuel to the fire. And, now it's my turn to go out there, and I have a chance to do something great. So here we are.
And I'm sure you've heard this one before, but Lerone Murphy says he's going to be the first person to finish you. Is that just like old hat at this point when these guys say this?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys had their chance to be the one. I went in there with the heaviest hitters. I've faced the best of the best. Everyone can be beaten. Everyone has a chance. I can be beaten, obviously. I could be finished. I get, I lose rounds in the gym. I've been submitted. It is what it is. But when it's time to, when that cage door closes, it's a different story. I'm not easy to finish. So, thanks.